Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry it took me a while to get here. I, for some reason, just hit a big blank on how to give my webcam and my microphone, even though I gave it access, but for some other reason, it just kind of didn't have access. Anyway, welcome, everybody. I'm just going to give a little bit of time for everyone to just join. And then we can have a chat and talk and hang out and find out how everybody's doing. So I'm just going to give a little bit of time. I think I added the Eastern Standard Time incorrectly in my community post. I do apologize for that. I'm not sure how to write it anymore because I'm not sure on what timeline I should give you guys details. South African Standard Time, we are ahead with anything between 7 to 10 hours from US. So I'm not really sure how to write that when I do these lives. So if someone that's in a general area that can give me an idea of how to write Eastern Standard Time next time when I announce a live video, then I would really appreciate it. Anyway, so I'm just going to give a few people a chance. I'm just going to wait a little bit. If you're just joining, welcome. I'm a little late. I got caught up with the settings or trying to figure out how to get my camera and my microphone working. So I'm not sure if you can really hear me very clearly if you are there. And now I did something here that I'm not sure what I'm doing. Anyway, if you can hear me, if you're here and you can hear me, just let me know if it's too soft, if it's fine, the volume, I don't know. If you hear background noises, I do apologize. It's hot. I can't really close many doors or anything. So there's people outside next door, our neighbors busy with stuff. I'm not sure what they're doing. Renovating or cleaning up or what, I don't know. Thank you, David Townsend. Welcome, DVD Blu-ray dude. Thank you for letting me know the sound is fine. Sorry, I'm a little late. I really had trouble with the microphone and the webcam. But anyway, we are here now. I'm just going to give a little more time for people to join. I'm not sure if everyone is available and if it's a good time for everyone, but it is the best time for me. Sorry, I have this mark on my nose. I don't know what's going on there. And then also, I don't know what's going on outside. Sorry. I'm just having a look or trying to see if I can hear what am I saying? Trying to see if I can hear what's going on outside. Anyway, welcome. Let me start over. Welcome everyone to my live, to my Christmas live. We are going to catch up a little bit. We're just going to hang out a little bit. We're just going to maybe reflect a little bit on 2024 and talk about what we're expecting for 2025. I'm going to share a few things that I received as gifts from a nice friend, from a wonderful friend as well. And we're just going to talk a little bit. Sorry for background noises. If you hear any strange noises, we have neighbors that's busy doing some funny stuff. If you just joined and you hear some funny sounds coming from the background. And if it looks like I'm sweating, I am. So most of you in the US are having cold winter. We are having summer, so it's quite hot here. And I can't really close any doors. Otherwise, I'm going to burn up in here. And I can't really switch on the fan because that makes a noise as well in the background. And then you won't really hear me very well. I also want to ask you guys that's just joined, how do I write Eastern Standard Time compared with South African Standard Time? I think I wrote it incorrectly in my community post. I'm not sure how to write it. If it's a +7 or a -7 or a +8 or a -8 or 10. There's areas I know in the US that's 7 hours behind us. There's places that's 8 hours behind us. So I'm a little bit, I think I got a little confused on how to write that. But yes, if you can maybe just help me out with that at some point on how to write that correctly. For my next, when I do a next live again, then I don't make those mistakes. I think it's quite early for most of you guys in the US, so I don't think it's really the best time, maybe. I don't know. But thank you for those who are here, David and DVD Blu-ray Dude. I'm just going to give you guys a little more time to join. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. I see there are 3 people around. If you're just joining, give me a hi in the comment section in the live chat. If you are watching, just give a shout out that you're here, and then I know we have a few people that we can, start talking and chatting. We're just gonna do a little bit. Hi, Jeremy. We're just gonna do some catching up, some talking about what's been going on in 2024. How have you experienced this year? And what we think we wanna do for 2025, and and just share some Christmas stuff that I received from a wonderful friend, and you can share what you are going to do for Christmas, so we can talk Christmas stuff, and that's just going to be fun. David, thanks. 7 hours from SA to USA Eastern. Thank you, David. Thank you for clarifying the time thing for me. Is it when I write South African Standard Time, do I show it as Eastern Standard Time as a minus or a plus? When I show Eastern Standard Time, do I show that as a minus or a plus? Because I think I showed it as a minus. But thank you so much. At least you're clarifying that it is around about 7 hours for everyone. Welcome, Putin-Scat. Yes, it is. We do celebrate Christmas. It's not yet Christmas. It's Christmas on the 25th. But I'm doing this live stream now because obviously we're all going to have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We're going to spend with our families. So I'm not going to do live streams or anything on those days. So I'm just doing it in advance for you guys so that we can just hang out just before it's officially Christmas. So Jeremy, 2024 was the hardest year, but in 2025, I look to improve and find strength in the worst moments. That's a wonderful thing to say, Jeremy. I think most of us felt that way. My friends, everyone I talk to, my colleagues, we're all extremely exhausted from 2024. This was a different type of year. And I think it was kind of, for me, since 2020, we have been just on this roller coaster, and the roller coaster has just been going on and on and on, and we just didn't get a time to just breathe and take everything in and just reset or anything. So it's just been this roller coaster since then, and I think most people are feeling the effects now more than they did during 2020 or 2021. So it feels like that to me. And work and everything has just been getting more stressful and more pressure on everyone. So yes, it's been a hard year. And what you're saying, to look to improve and find strength in the worst moments, that is one of the best things we can do. So we are just hoping for that strength to handle everything that comes our way. So yes, I'm also feeling like that. I must be honest. So if you just joined, welcome everybody. We're just going to have a nice Christmas live. It's not officially Christmas yet. I'm just doing this for you guys, to have you guys before we all go to our families on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and spend our time there. So I just want to have a time spent with you guys a little bit before this year closes and before we do our Christmas things and everything like that. So welcome for everyone who's just joined. For everyone who is joining, please give me a hi in the comments that you're here. Then I can see you're around. And we're going to reflect a little bit on 2024. We're going to talk a little bit about 2024. and we're going to talk about what we expect for 2025. And I'm going to share a few gifts with you guys that I received from a good friend. And it's not really enough to do a box unboxing thing, but it's enough to just have fun with. So I'll be doing that during the stream. So yeah, let me know how you experienced 2024 and what, apart from your normal year, what on this channel was good for you. What did you enjoy? What made you see some good moments that made you forget about the stress of 2024? And what do you want to see me do in 2025? I do, however, have a lot of stuff that hasn't really changed. So there's a lot of stuff I can't really change immediately. I still have my full-time job. It is a very stressful job. It is a very exhausting job, even though I don't work physically. Mentally, it's extremely draining. So this year, even though the past 5 years have been exhausting, this year have been the breaking point here, kind of. It really kind of just pushed me to the limits that I didn't think I could reach. So it's not really changed in that sense. So I can't really post more things than I already do. It's still a lot of time. It's still time consuming. I still do the photography in between. So I'm still probably, I don't want to give promises about what I'm going to do and not keep up with those promises. So I'm just going to keep the expectation low so that you guys don't expect me to have 3 videos a week and I can't meet up with those demands. So I'm going to keep it as it is, and it's still a hobby for me in most ways, and my photography is still a hobby for me in most ways. I'm not really earning really that much from the channel or the photography to really just leave my job. So that's why I still have my job. I still juggle the channel and the photography in between. So thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for assuring me that you are okay with me taking my time. Buitenskat, there's nothing to really unwrap. There's just stuff to take out of a box. So nothing has been wrapped. Everything has been sent to me from Chris McGuire. I want to thank Chris McGuire. And he sent me this wonderful gift box with all kinds of treats and some nice other stuff. So I'll take these things out of the box and I'll show you guys. And I'll show you what I've been mostly excited about when I saw this. Unfortunately, I'm not one who can wait for things. So when I received the box, which I received it yesterday or so, I had to open it to see if everything was intact, of course. So the first thing that I saw, I was so excited about, and it was this little guy. Look at our Bucky for the Christmas. I love this little thing, and I want to hug him and I want to squeeze him. So I've got a Huggy Santa Claus, and I'm really excited with this one. A Bucky. Did I say Huggy? Anyway, Bucky Santa Claus, welcome to Bucky. Anyway, so this had me so excited when I got this one, because I actually don't have any Santa Claus toys. I don't have Santa Clauses for Christmas decorations. I have nothing. I have a Santa Claus cookie jar, but I don't have a Santa Claus soft plushie. And this is Bucky the Beaver. So who cannot love this little guy? Anyway. Welcome everyone that's joined. If you just joined, I'm so glad to have you here. We're just going to chat, hang out, catch up, reflect, and talk about what we expect for the year to come. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, that's true. And I think you are also very honest in saying that people should understand. And we all feel like that, even though a lot of people don't understand. But the people who really mean a lot and really understand are the people who matter, of course. Don't you think? But yes, thank you for your understanding as well. And Jeremy, you also have a Bucky Santa Claus. My friend has a Boofel Santa Claus, and I really love Boofel, but Boofel got discontinued in South Africa, so we can't find Boofle anywhere. So Bucky is my next go-to to do my go-to guy. Yes. Yes, and look at the little tail. Oh, I must just have it this side. Here the camera is picking up. Look at the tail. Anyway, this is the coolest thing ever. So thank you, Chris Maguire. This is one of the wonderful gifts that I received in your box of goodies. And this one is really special because no one here has one besides me. So yes. Jeremy, Scout, I love Christmas Beaver. Yes, well, I really enjoy him. I think I told you last time I showed you guys that I had the phone holder, the Bucky Beaver phone holder. So that was also awesome. So my collection is starting to pick up. Jeremy, I love going to Bucky's place to get chocolate coffee beans. Oh, that sounds very delicious, chocolate coffee beans. So do you brew your own coffee at home, the beans, obviously, if you get the chocolate coffee beans, but I'm already imagining the smell. Sorry for the smoke on my nose. I'm seeing it here the whole time and it's really distracting me, but I don't know where that's coming from. I think it's just been a rough day. My skin is a little bit dry and breaking out and all of that. So yeah, forget about that. I'm just gonna sit like this the whole day. Anyway, David Bucky Beaver from Toothpaste. I don't know that. Bucky Beaver from, how do you say that word? Ipana Toothpaste. My goodness, that's an old character. I remember Ipana from my childhood. Wow. Okay, that's something very unfamiliar. I'm not familiar with that at all. So yeah, I can't really relate with that, but I am glad there's something that reminds you of your childhood. Don't we all love childhood memories? That's just the best things to have. And you said you're wrong. You have Bucky instead. Yeah, I have the Bucky. The one that's spelled like this, yes. This one. So maybe, yeah. So, okay, you confirmed, David, that it's two different beavers, but that's no problem, Thank you for letting us know about that. Just had to reminisce a little bit, and what's wrong with that? So, okay, guys, if you're new, if you just joined, welcome to our Christmas live. There's not really much special certain things going on. We're just going to catch up. We're just going to reflect a little bit on 2024 and especially reflect also on the channel. What did you like? What was your favorite this year on the channel? And what did you enjoy the most that I did? And what would you have liked to see that maybe we can add for our expectation for 2025? And then we're also just going to share the few gifts that I received from Chris Maguire. Thank you so much. It's such a nice surprise that I got it just in time, just before Christmas, and just for the live to share with you guys. So, yeah, we're just going to hang out and talk about that. Jeremy is asking me, what are your favorite movies of 2024? So, Jeremy, to be very honest, the only 2024 movie so far 2024 movies so far that I saw, that I think the one was Deadpool and Wolverine, which I just posted last week on Patreon. And the other one that I saw on my own, that I watched on my own, was Red One, which was okay. So for 2024, between those two, I'll choose Deadpool and Wolverine. Despite all the gore and despite all the cussing, I did enjoy the humor in that movie, and it was actually quite, had quite a nice story behind all the fun and games and action and all of that. So I don't think I saw any other 2024 movies yet. So I can't really elaborate too much. I can't give too much detail because I haven't really seen many 2024 movies yet. I know Bad Boys, the newest one, the latest one, I still have to watch, and I'll do that for the channel for next year. And then I'm also going to watch The Fall Guy, which I think is a 2024 movie. I still have to do that one. So that one is also going to be up for on Patreon and on YouTube. And I'm not sure what other 2024 movies there are. So I'm a little bit behind on what's happening for 2024. If you can give me some more ideas, you've already given me a few there. Mine's are Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Transformers 1, Deadpool and Wolverine. So that one I saw. Godzilla, X Kong, and Kingdom of the Apes. So the Godzilla one, that's the one I heard of as well that I still have to get access to and watch. And then Kingdom of the Apes, is that a newer movie on the Planet of the Apes movies? I guess so. I think I saw it somewhere, that it was somewhere, and I was thinking of adding that. So maybe those ones will be somewhere up there next year on my channel and on Patreon. Alexander Lawrence, hello, welcome. And we are just going to hang out. We're just going to chat. We're going to talk about 2024. What did we like? What didn't we like? How was your year? Tell me in the comments. What did you like on my channel, guys? What was your favorite movie during 2024 that I had on my channel? And please forgive me if it looks like I'm sweating, because I am. It's quite hot here. We are in our very extreme summer. And I know most of you are having snow already and everything. So we are having a very hot summer, and I can't really turn the fan on because it's going to cause a lot of background noise. That's going to make it a little bit difficult to have the sound come through better and clearer. Jy's voor my. Alexander, you asking if I like the antwoord? No, I don't. Ek hou nie van die antwoord nie. I do not like die antwoord. But I saw Chappie. Chappie was in, I did release Chappie this year on my channel, and it was an interesting movie, strange movie. And I still want to get back to DVD Blu-ray dude that said 2024 was not a great year for movies. I must say that I admit I agree with you, because there hasn't been a lot. First of all, the ones that I saw that caught my interest, that I thought, okay, this is something I want to add, this is something I still want to watch, there hasn't been a lot that really caught my attention. And that made me think, okay, I want to add this to my channel, I want to add this to my movie list. Very few. I think since 2020, there has been very few good movies. I think the best time for movies for me was obviously the 80s and 90s, and the 2000s had good movies. But yeah, the last 5-6 years, the movies have just been going downhill a little. So it's very few great ones that you find that you felt like that you could remember, that you felt, wow, I actually want to watch this again, or I want to keep this in my collection, or I want to, talk about this to someone or whatever. So yes, that is honestly one of those things. Alexander, Dr. Strangelove. I actually did like Dr. Strangelove. I did react to it a few years ago when I was very amateur at reacting. So if you want to go and watch that, you can have a look at my older videos on my channel. It is there. Ow, Ina. Sorry, my one cat is scratching at my feet. So his nails are hooking into my leg now. Hey, kom uit hier so. Yeah, he's my. Hey, look at this one. This is the naughty boy that keeps me awake and keeps me in pain. Look at the camera. Hello, Gizmo. Anyways, yeah, so you can have a look on my channel in my older videos. Dr. Strangelove is there. And you mentioned Transformers 1, Godzilla, Kong are available on YouTube and DVD. One of them is coming to Netflix. Okay, so we don't have much DVDs anymore in South Africa. We don't have any outlets anymore that we can buy them from. So it's really difficult for us to get DVDs in South Africa. Since a couple of years back, they closed a lot of our retail stores that sold DVDs because of the streaming services that kind of just killed that industry in South Africa. So if we even want to buy online, there's very few places that you can get proper new DVDs or good condition DVDs. There are some sites where we can get second-hand or used DVDs, which I don't like doing. But also, it's DVDs that people bought for their own collections and they are selling it because they don't want to watch it anymore. So it's not necessarily something that I'd want to have or want to watch. So it's difficult in South Africa to actually get DVDs. So we are only relying these days on the streaming services, and we've only got access to Netflix, Showmax, which is a South African streaming service, and then we do have Amazon Prime and we do have Disney Plus. But again, for South Africa, there are a lot of movies not available in our country on those streaming services at certain points in time. So we get a lot of the new movies much later than you guys would find it. For example, The Bad Boys, It's Ride or Die, the newest one, the latest one, only became available now, this past week on Netflix. So I will be adding that one to my 2025 watch list for YouTube and for Patreon. And talking about Patreon, if you want to join Patreon, I have a special going on Patreon, a Christmas special. So this would be a good time if you want to join as a member. I do put out full reactions there. I do have some other silly stuff that I sometimes put out there, put on there, and some other extra stuff. And you will get 90% discount for your first month of membership if you want to join now. So yes, I am planning on putting the Bad Boys movie on next year, watching that. And the Godzillas, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and a lot of people have asked me about it. And then obviously, what else do I have in mind that I wanted to add? I can't remember now. But anyway, it will come to my mind as we go along. Anyway, Jeremy, there's a new Mufasa Lion King movie. Yes, I know about that one. I know everyone was very disappointed in the Lion King live action. So I'm not sure what to expect with Mufasa. I would like to watch it because I love the Lion King, the animation 1995 movie. And the live action was okay. It wasn't as emotional as the animation. So I might also add Mufasa to my list and to my watch list for YouTube and Patreon for next year. So yeah, there's actually quite a lot of stuff coming on that we can look forward to, I guess, I think. Alexander, the only movie I saw in theaters in USA was Kinds of Kindness. I've never heard of that movie. Kinds of Kindness. Alexander Lawrence, you mentioned you watched Kinds of Kindness in theaters. I have not heard of that movie, and I will definitely have to go and have a look at what that is. I must be honest, I haven't watched one movie this entire year in theaters. We don't have one close by. The closest one we have is around 2 hours drive away from us. So it's really not something we do anymore. I don't go to the cinema anymore because it's too far if I just want to go and watch a movie. And then I'd rather just stay down and watch it here on Disney or whatever. So I'm waiting for it to come to Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever we have access to. Kinds of Kindness, Alexander, you're telling me Kinds of Kindness is the same director as The Lobster and Poor Things. And that is another movie I've not heard about. So there's two movies I've never heard about, but maybe I must look into it. So thank you for those mentions. Welcome you, Mr. Lebowski. I'm glad you're here. And you missed me saying cat but my cat is busy scratching me. So there you got cat a few times. Gizmo is around my feet, and he is scratching me every now and then he puts his nails in my feet and in my legs because he's an attention seeker. And he's also behind me trying to scratch my chair now. Not right behind me, but my dining room table chair. Gizmo. So I have a naughty cat. I have a few naughty cats. Are you happy, Mr. Lebowski? I said cat a couple of times. Do you want to hear how I say it in Afrikaans? Cat. Cat, cut in Afrikaans. Cut sounds like cut when you cut with a knife. So if you say cut, like cutting with a knife, you can say cat in Afrikaans. An Afrikaans lesson for you guys. Anyway, I think it's time I need to share something else that I got from Chris Maguire. Those who just joined, I have received a nice box of goodies from Chris Maguire, a wonderful friend. And it just arrived just a few days, like yesterday. Yesterday. Just in good time for the live. So he had a lot of goodies, and I have Bucky the Santa Beaver with me. I'm just not going to hold him the whole time, but he is here. And I got this wonderful little trinket. It's a nice Bucky Santa truck transporting a Christmas tree. So this is a nice ceramic trinket, and I really love this. This is so unique and cute. And I also received some stuff to eat, but things that I already had before. So it's not something I'm going to review or anything at all, because it's stuff I've had before, apart from the moon cakes and the Christmas cakes, Christmas tree cakes. So I'll show them to you just now. But yes, I'm going to share during the live, I'm going to share a few things that I received from him. And we're just going to talk and reflect about 2024 and talk about 2025, what we think needs to happen or what we're looking forward to for 2025. So if you just joined, welcome. Let me know you're around. And I see Waleed has joined. Welcome, Waleed, and Merry Christmas to you all as well. It's not officially Christmas, but we're doing this for you guys. So just before everyone gets to their Christmas priorities or activities or whatever. So Merry Christmas to you all as well. Let me know what you are planning for Christmas, the official Christmas and Christmas Eve. What are your plans? And and what are you expecting? How do you expect to end this year with? How do you expect to go out this year? And how do you expect to go into the new year? So if you want to share that with me, and then tell me, what did you enjoy this year on my channel? What did you enjoy seeing? What was fun for you? What wasn't fun? What didn't you like? What surprised you? Is there anything that surprised you? Is there anything that you enjoyed seeing? Anything that you found was your favorite videos that I did? So if you can just let me know. Thank you, Jeremy, that you said you loved the Bad Guys reaction. Thank you so much. The Bad Guys movie, I didn't think was going to get a lot of pull, but there are people who actually enjoyed it. So thank you so much. Mr. Lebowski, somebody send her a moon pie. I've got a lot. Let me show you. I actually got this nice one that was filled up, and this went to my colleagues at work. So this was shared with my colleagues at work, and they all enjoyed it very much. So this is what's left of it. And it's very delicious. So I'm eating them on behalf of myself and my husband, because he likes sweet stuff, but it's not his most favorite thing. So I'm the sweet tooth in the house. And when he's not in the mood, I'll say, okay, I'll have a bite for you. So this is me. And I have this one. And I got this one. Thank you, Chris, for these moon pies. I haven't tasted these ones yet. Those of you, I'm sure most of you know what they look like. So they are bigger than these others. So I haven't shared them yet with anyone, and I haven't tasted them yet. So we are going to keep this to Christmas Day, and we're going to share them with the in-laws and just have some nice dessert for Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. So they are really nice. DVD Blu-ray did moon pies and Little Debbie Christmas cake. I don't know if that's what I have. That is what I have. I found these. I received these. Chris McGuire, thank you. These are amazing. We love these. There's just too little to share with everybody else. So this is just me and hubby enjoying these. So we do love these. And I love the little cards here at the back that you can cut out for your friends, for gifts, for tags. So that's quite cute. I really enjoy this. So yes, we do have these. These were really surprising us a lot, and we enjoy it so much. So we're going to have that as our treats for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Just want to read everyone's things. Moon pies, yes. Jeremy is asking, is it cold during Christmas where you live, or is it usually warm? So Jeremy, it's warm. We have summer during Christmas. So this summer, you might see me look like I'm sweating because I am. It is extremely hot. We are not used to the town I live in. Normal temperatures range between 24 to 27 degrees Celsius, which is around, now I can't do the maths on Fahrenheit, but this year we are experiencing above 30, 36 to 39 to 40 degrees Celsius in our town, which is extremely hot for us. So I'm having my doors and windows and everything open. I can't put the fan on because it's going to make noise and then you can't really hear me properly. So it is hot. We have summer during Christmas. I know US and a lot of the rest of the world, I'm not sure all the countries have winter and cold during Christmas. There's a few countries that actually also have their summertime, but I think mostly north it's cold and south it's warm. I'm not sure. But anyway, Jeremy, I'm assuming you're also from the US. If you can just confirm that for me, then I know, then I don't want to assume you're from the US and you're not. I can't remember everyone's origin countries. So if you just want to maybe just tell me again, are you in the US also experiencing some cold Christmas, snowy weather? I feel very sorry for you guys that have the cold. I know cold is not nice, but I know you guys have certain traditions with the cold and with the snow and with everything there. So it does. I follow a girl that stays in Cape Town or in the Cape province of South Africa. She's an American girl. She married a South African guy. I don't know her personally, but I follow her on Instagram. And she had a little video up the other day that she said she actually does miss the colder Christmases because of all the hot chocolate and all that stuff. Where in South Africa, we have a braai or something like that. We have cold food. We don't eat hot meat, hot food, or hot soups, or hot chocolate. We don't drink hot chocolates or anything like that during Christmas because it's really just too hot for us to consume those hot meals. So we usually go for gammon, some nice cold meats, some salads and things like that, or we do a braai. We braai. It's like a barbecue, especially in summer and over Christmas time. It's just fun and nice and cozy for us. So yeah. Yes, Putin's got none of this is healthy, but it's so much fun to eat. What would life be without these snacks and treats and snacky snacks? Hey, if I can't eat it now, when am I going to eat it? Jeremy, you're in Florida, freezing, but you like warm weather more. Okay, I know Florida has a nicer warm weather. I have some friends that's in sorry, I'm getting a blank with all the names. Where is he? Sorry, I'm just hitting a blank. You know, like when you get to to an ATM and you want to draw money and you put your card in, and at that moment you forget your PIN number. That's what's happening with me now. I'm forgetting names of towns and places in America that I have friends that live there that has told me the cold weather that they experience, and that their summer temperatures in some places are just not as warm as they would like. But I think Florida has more warmer summer temperatures when it's warm. So I can imagine you have nice summers, at least in Florida. Um, Putin's got summer solstice is December 21st. Yes, I heard so. So that's tomorrow. Yes, and then everything, the season will start changing again a little bit. So that's a good thing, good news for you guys. But I know it's still going to be winter for a while. Hi, Mosey. It's still going to be winter for a while, but at least when it's solstice, we know the times turn, the seasons start turning. Peter and Scott, we have electricity, so we will be okay. Peter and Scott, we also have electricity, as you can see now. You will be so surprised today. This whole entire year, we didn't have outages. We didn't have the power outages we had last year. So that was a good thing this year. We actually had electricity the whole year round. And it was nice. It really does feel nice to have electricity. When it's not there, you really do feel like you really do need it. But anyway, Jeremy, yes, it's hot, but Christmas is really freezing. I can believe so. And I know in some places it's already been snowing quite a lot of snow that's fallen. Have you had snow already? The rest of you in the US, have you had snow already? Let me know, and I can understand it's quite freezing cold there. We actually are now burning up. As I sit here, I'm sweating through every gland that there is that I can sweat through. So I'm feeling a lot of empathy for you guys in the freezing cold. Jacksonville. Thanks, Jeremy. Jacksonville. Putin's got northernmost Florida. Yes, so that it's not Miami weather. Okay. Mr. Lebowski, no outages, no. And we hope it's going to stay like that for the years to come. I really do. But South Africa is a funny place. You never know what you're going to get tomorrow. So we just enjoy it as we have it. The thing we are struggling with now is water. We are not getting the rain as we're supposed to get so much. The rivers are really drying up. The farmers are worried. They're really stressed about the rain because they can't, some of the crops are already dying and didn't get enough rain. Some people depend on the rain for their water supply for their crops. Not everyone does the whole, what do you call it? Wat is besproeiing in Afrika in Engels, my liefie? Wat is besproeiing in Engels? Yeah. I just asked my husband, there's a term that I'm just thinking in Afrikaans now, and I can't think what it is in English. Why is my brain so foggy? I want to say the word besproeiing in English. Irrigation. So in our surrounding areas, most people rely on the rain. There's not a lot of people who make use of irrigation. And in a lot of other towns and cities where there are farmers, they do make use of irrigation, but the irrigation is not always working as well as natural rain. So we are experiencing a dry year in South Africa regarding rain, and we are having shortages on water that they actually switch off our pumps. So we have to rely on filling up our water tanks with water when we need, when they switch off the pumps that pumps from the rivers to the towns. So we are experiencing that in many places in the country. In our town, we are experiencing that on and off. But electricity is there, so that's good. um, David, in your 2024 reactions, the only movie I'd seen was Aliens, but it's fun to watch you react in any case because you seem to pay such close attention to the film. Thank you, David. I am really appreciative of that comment because it feels sometimes like people think I'm not paying attention. And um, yeah, I didn't actually realize how I was coming across to everyone at all. So I'm glad that you see that I am paying attention. I do sometimes get brain fog while watching a movie. So there are silly details that I sometimes forget, or I do get to a scene and then I've already forgotten a previous scene. That does happen a lot. So I'm going to admit I'm not always all there because it's sometimes just like I'm glitching. And then I have to kind of remind myself, what am I doing now? What am I watching now? But yes, I try to pay attention. I try to really get into it. And a lot of the movies, I think from how I started out when I started the channel up till now, if I have to talk about how I feel about my improvement, I think I've improved in a lot of sense in paying attention, in actually really giving the movie time to movie, to play along, and to really just react emotionally and on the scenes and everything, and not just talk about things that comes to mind immediately. So I think I've improved on that, even though there are many times that I realize that I actually just sit and watch and I don't react. So I think you would see more in the full reactions, the moments when I'm really quiet and the moments when I'm just saying or oh my or whatever. But Aliens really did get me, I was really caught up in that one for some reason. And I think my favorite one this year that I reacted to, even though there were quite a few actually, but I really enjoyed Prey. So Prey for me was a great movie. I really enjoyed that movie, even though it was gory and bloody and gross at some points, but it was a fun movie for me. And if I have to think of another movie, the one I actually just released today on Patreon, The Tomorrow War, even though it was intense as it was, I actually enjoyed the movie, funny enough. So that one is coming to, excuse me, to YouTube on Christmas Eve, South African Standard Time, midnight. So it will be on the channel on Christmas Eve. And I actually did enjoy that movie. The other movie that I also enjoyed reacting to with my friend was Alien versus Predator. So that one I think most of you already saw that I had that issue with the sound. I did a reaction on that one where I let my friend that never saw it before watch it, and we actually to have her be at ease with watching the movie. We did it in Afrikaans and we spoke in Afrikaans, but that was actually fun. The experience in watching it and speaking in Afrikaans to my friend and reacting and talking in Afrikaans. So when that one comes on YouTube, those guys who don't have access to Patreon or are not members on Patreon, you'll see it on YouTube early next year. And the ones who've seen it already on Patreon, you can let me know if you enjoyed it as well. I don't know. But Jeremy, Alien Romulus, and it was great and terrifying. So I'm still working my way back on towards Alien Romulus. I'm working my way towards that. I still have a couple of ways to go and movies to go before I get there, because I'm watching the Predators on the other side as well. So I think I'll probably watch it also early next year, and then I'll be able to maybe add to the terrifying, or maybe, agree with the terrifying moments of that movie. So yes, then we can also talk about that one. And Jeremy also mentioned you love monster movies, thrillers, you like Jurassic Park, Aliens, Jaws, Gremlins, and Kong Skull Island. I must say, I also liked Kong Skull Island, so that was also a nice one. Gremlins is an 80s movie that we grew up with, so we enjoyed Gremlins. I love Gizmo, and that's why my one cat's name is Gizmo, because I love Gizmo. So yeah, the Gremlins movies was something in a different in a different world. And Jurassic Park was good. We also enjoyed that. I must say, I enjoy monster movies. I don't like horror movies. So I will be fine with monster movies and alien movies and things like that. I'm not fine with horror movies. So I'm okay with watching the monster type, alien type movies, even though I must say, Aliens, the last one was Alien 3, was just horrifying. It was more horror for me than it was sci-fi to me. So it's becoming, I don't know what to expect in the other alien movies coming up. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to enjoy it, but don't give anything away. I will see how that goes. But yeah, I don't mind watching monster movies. I don't mind watching things like Jurassic Park or any of those movies. I can actually handle it. Even though I do get terrified a lot, and I do get, in those moments, I do forget to breathe. I do forget to actually, just relax. So, but I do enjoy those movies as well. Anyway, I think it's time to share something else that I received from Chris, and I hope Chris will be joining us at some point. And so I just want to thank him again. If he's watching at a later stage, thank you, Chris, for this wonderful gift that you sent me. And we are really enjoying it. I've already shared a couple of things with everyone here. I've got my Bucky Santa Claus, Bucky Beaver, and I've got these nice Christmas tree cakes, little Debbie Christmas tree cakes that we received. And Sam Gloves, hi, welcome, Sam. And we've got these nice moon pies. And I have this nice little ceramic Christmas trinket that I can put up with my tree at my tree. So I'm going to take something out now again, what he also sent me. Oh, la, la. Look at these coffee mugs. Look at that. The Bucky's mugs for us. It's a beaver. So these are nice, big, huge mugs. So this is nice for winter. We will have our hot chocolate in here and our Milo. I don't know if you guys know Milo. I don't think so. And I've seen a lot of videos with people trying out South African snacks where they just butcher the name, the word Milo. Milo is a drink that we have. It's a chocolatey drink that's almost like hot chocolate, but it's more chocolatey. And we usually drink it, or we add it to milkshakes, the Milo powder, because it's crunchy, or we sometimes drink it with milk, like a Nesquik type of chocolate milk. So yeah, we will drink Milo and hot chocolate in the winter. Thank you so much. These are such nice, big, nice mugs. So thank you, Chris. These were also very lovely to see and to receive, and it's really special. So I really enjoy that. So if you have just joined, welcome, Chris. Thank you. I am so happy for your gifts, and I'm so glad you're here. And I really love Bucky Beaver, Christmas Santa Claus. I really love him very much. He's here. I'm just not holding him the whole time, but he is here. He's watching and he's reading your comments. And I'm glad you're here. And if you just joined, we are just talking Christmas. We're talking 2024. What were your ups, highs, lows? What were your good moments? What did you enjoy on my channel in 2024? And what do you want to see in 2025? So if you have anything that you want to see in 2025 happen, if you want to just, tell me what's your favorite reaction of mine during 2024, what would you have liked me to do differently? Was there any improvement on anything? Is there anything you want me to improve on? And and we're just going to hang out. What's your expectations for 2025? What did you enjoy in general in 2024, what were your highs and lows? If you wanna talk about it, you're welcome. We're just gonna hang out and chat and catch up and reflect. So welcome. And Sam, you are asking if I have any gloves. Disposable gloves, plastic gloves, rubber gloves, cleaning gloves, surgical gloves. No, I don't really have them. I don't really use them. No. No, I don't have gloves. I maybe have mittens for winter, but I don't have gloves such as those that you asked me about. So no, I don't have gloves currently in my home. I did have some surgical gloves because they are nice and thin. So when you wash the dishes, you can still feel the dishes. You don't have to feel like you're washing with something else on your hands. So, but no, they are finished. Jeremy is asking if I like reading books. Yes, I do. I think it was last year, December, I decided to finish because I bought the Chronicles of Narnia book, the whole book, in all 7 books in one book. I bought that many years ago and I never got a chance to really read it. So that I read last year, December. So this year I've got a couple of books that I haven't read yet, and I am hoping and planning on reading some books. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that. I really want to read some books, but I'll see where I get, because I have photos to take on Monday, and obviously it's Christmas and New Year and things like that. So in between, I'll try and see if I can have some time to read a book. But I do enjoy reading books. The books I've read, I can't put down, and then I usually finish them throughout. I read throughout the day and I finish them. So yeah. But at this stage, I have quite a lot of books that I still have to read that I received as gifts from my sister and my friends. So yeah, I have the Eragon series to read. I have, what other books? There are some other books in my cupboard. What do you call it? Cupboard or a kas? In Afrikaans, it's called, a cupboard is called a kas. So in my kas, I have a couple of books that I still have to finish. Anyway, share with me, what did you guys enjoy this year on my channel? What did you like? What did you see that you want to see more of? I'm not really going to make big promises on trying to, can I say, I don't want to make promises on the frequency of uploading videos, because I still have my job, I still have the photography, I have the channel, and Jeremy and everyone understands that it's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I can't really leave my job yet to go full-time into my photography or into the channel, even though it's all really fun work and fun stuff to do. For me, it's currently still just hobbies, because I'm not really making much from it. I'm not really making financially a lot from it. So that's why I can't really quit my job and just go into it, just blind. So I'm not going to make promises about the frequency. I'm going to upload content. I'm going to keep it as it is for now. So when I do get something nice that I can do, then I'll upload it if I feel it's really worth uploading. But my monthly frequency, it's going to be around about the same still next year, even though I'm going to try to get to movies that's a bit older again. Even though there are a couple of new movies that I still want to do, because there's a lot of new movies that came up that I haven't seen that I do want to see. And I feel like I want to share it with you guys because it seems like it's exciting movies. So it's movies that is worth sharing with you guys, such as the latest Bad Boys movie, the Godzilla movies that people have been talking about, and what's the other movie? There were some other movies as well. But when I see those movies, I'll watch them for the channel and I'll share them next year. But I also want to get back to a few of the older movies that I've missed somewhere along the line. And I still have a long list to work through. So I still have the Aliens and the Predator franchise to finish, which I'm taking a break from a little bit. Because these last couple of months I've been watching all these intense movies. So I've broken that cycle a little bit to watch a few more happy or fun movies, such as Deadpool and Wolverine, which I added to Patreon last week. So the next one I'll be watching is The Fall Guy, because my friend told me about it. So I don't know anything about it. I just know Ryan Gosling is in it. So I actually just want to see what she's been talking about. And then I thought it would be a good one to share with you guys. So yeah. Anyway, let me go and read a few more comments again. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, I will. And thank you for understanding. I will take my time. I do actually just want to catch up during December with a few things that I couldn't upload earlier in the year, that I lost some footage of and then came back. Some of the movies like disappeared from our streaming services for South Africa, and then they reappeared again. So there's stuff like that that I just want to catch up on, and the movies that I have watched that's already on Patreon, I just want to catch up on those a little bit and get those on YouTube. But in the meantime, I'll be watching what I can and be posting what I can as it goes. So thank you so much. So David, for Christmas 2025, Joyous Noel would be a good choice. I don't know if I butchered that name just now, but I'm reading it as Joyous Noel. A 2005 movie. So that's a nice one. I'm going to make a note of that one, because this year, as you have seen, where's my book? I don't know where my book is. Oh, here it is. This year, I've been watching non-traditional December movies that you don't watch in December. So you would see last week or the week before. It was last week. Last week I released the Bad Guys, and that is definitely not a normal December type movie. And this Christmas Eve, I'm putting up the Tomorrow War on YouTube. Not a typical Christmas December type movie, although there's some Christmas in it. And I will still be adding Scent of a Woman to YouTube before this year ends. And it's also not typically a Christmas movie, but I think it happens also around the holidays, if I remember correctly. Sorry. And then, yeah, but next year, I think for next year, I'll definitely start going back into Christmas movies for December. And I know that one of my favorites that I ever saw was It's a Wonderful Life. And it's just a beautiful movie. That was just one of my absolute favorite Christmas movies. So I think next year, when I go into December, I'll definitely get back into some good Christmas movies. I don't want to watch things that's, how can I say? I don't want to watch plain movies. I want to watch something that's nice and meaningful. I don't want to watch Hallmark movies for Christmas. So I hope Joyous Noel. It sounds like something nice. And sorry if I'm butchering that name. If I do have access to it, to also add. If I do have access to it, I'll add that one for my planning for next year, December. So, yes. And David, thank you. There's The Lion in Winter. I think you've also told me about that one before, but I can't find it anywhere in South Africa. I don't have access to it on the streaming services, and even on DVDs. What's got to do with DVDs, as I explained earlier, we don't really have access to DVDs anymore. We can't really buy DVDs so much anymore, not even online. So if we do want to find DVDs, we look for them. But yes, if we can't find them, then that's just that. But yeah, I have been keeping that one in mind, The Lion in Winter. I have still got it on my list. because it does sound intriguing. So it sounds like something I would like to see and that I would enjoy. But I'm going to keep that one in mind for whenever I get hold of it or get access to it. Okay, surprisingly, the new King Kong movie is happy and joyful, especially compared to the previous movies, but in a good way. Basically feels like a late 80s team-up movie. Okay, so that sounds like something that's also something to look forward to. I have seen the other Godzilla movies and Godzilla King of Monsters and Kong Skull Island and those movies. I haven't really seen the movies in the correct order, I think, but I've seen them up to Kong Skull Island and Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla King of Monsters. So I've seen those movies. So I think it's a good backdrop for the new King Kong movie and the Godzilla minus one. I'm not sure if Godzilla minus one is good. A lot of people have asked me to watch that one as well. And there's another Godzilla one. So I think I have a good background and I think I remember enough that I can watch those movies. So it's something that I will definitely also add to my list for next year that I would like to watch and share with you guys. Which is good. You gave me a list last time. Yes, you did. And I still have a lot of those movies. I've worked through a lot of them that I don't have any access to. But yes, that's why I said earlier, I still have a lot of movies to work through. And I'm probably going to get to some of these movies only in a year's time or in 2 years' time. I don't know. Maybe if things change, that I can post more frequently or record more frequently, it will be sooner. But yes, there's a long list that I am working through and that I'm looking at adding to my library for what to watch and what to share and what to react to. Jeremy, for Christmas, there's an animated Grinch movie or maybe a Gremlins rewatch since it's set during Christmas. Yes, Gremlins. I'm still trying to get my husband to watch it with me, rewatch it with me. I'm not going to rewatch it for the channel because movies that I like, that I've seen more than once, I remember too much of it to really give you guys any kind of reaction. So for me, I'm going to sit quietly and watch it. I don't feel like reacting to it because I don't know what to say because it's something that I just enjoy watching. So Gremlins, I'm going to do a rewatch for myself. Next week sometime I'm just going to put it up and watch it because it is a fun movie and I do love Gizmo. But yes, it's not something I'm going to rewatch for the channel at all because I remember too much of what's going on in the movie to really make it worth putting on YouTube. And then, Putin Scott, did you like my favorite scene from Everything Everywhere All at Once? Putin Scott, I don't want to disappoint you, but I just want you to refresh my memory again. Which one was your favorite scene? Because there were so many scenes and there's been so much that's happened in the meantime that I do apologize. Please forgive me. I kind of forgot which one was your favorite scene. But I did like a lot of the scenes. A lot of it was very weird. The movie was strange, but it was enjoyable. So it was really a fun movie, enjoyable movie to watch. But if you just want to refresh my memory a little, please forgive me for not remembering. There's a lot happening in my life daily, and some days just fly past that I just don't remember what happens the previous day. If I turn around now and I say something to my husband and I turn back, I'll forget what I said to my husband. So that's how it's going some days. So yeah. Jeremy, you said -1 is good, but not connected to the American. Okay, all right. So it's the Godzilla -1 is not connected to the Godzilla and Kong movies. Okay, so it's worth trying. Putin Scott differs on that. He says it's terrible and it makes no sense. So what do you guys think? Should I watch it for the channel? Should I try it? Should I just do it on my own, watch it on my own? Maybe not waste my time with it for the channel. Beauty and Scat when Jobu Tupaki arrives. Oh, yes, that scene. The one where she actually walks in with a revealing that it's her daughter. That one, that scene. Yeah, that was a good scene. It was a strange scene, but it was good. I think the part that was very good and very strange was the one where they revealed her and she's like making this clicky glitch thing, turning all the different jabus, and then she goes out the door from the bar and she goes towards, finding a mom. So that was quite interesting. It was a great way of telling the story. So yes, Jeremy, okay. Mike Morris, welcome from Texas. Nice to see you here. Glad you're here. Share with me, what did you think of 2024? How did you experience 2024? What were your favorite videos, reactions of mine on my channel for 2024? And what are you expecting for 2025? And I don't have a lot more from Chris to share besides the snacks. There's a few more snackies and thingies, a lot of stuff that I've already tasted before. He sent me some nice Buc-ee's nuggets that I actually was bold enough to ask him for because they are just delicious. We love those nuggets. These ones. And he sent me quite a lot, the beaver nuggets. So I really enjoy this. And this I'm not sharing with anyone. I'm just keeping it to myself and my husband. So we love those. And I've got a few other snacks that I will just show you guys that we've had a look at and tasted a little bit of. And most of the other snacks we've already tasted before. So the last time that Chris sent us some goodies. So yeah, I'll share with you guys just now what else I received from him in this wonderful gift box. Hello. Hello. You can't see Gizmo, but here is Gizmo. Hallo Gizmo. Wil jy nie met mense gesels nie? Huh? You don't want to visit? Huh? Okay. Anyway, this is Gizmo. This is my newest cat. He is the youngest baby, and he's the naughtiest. He's always everywhere. He was the one scratching me earlier and biting me, and his tail is now in the way. And he's interested in everything that I placed here on the table, from Chris, all the mugs and the cakes, moon pies, and Christmas tree cakes. So yeah, he has had a lot of interesting moments that I shared on Patreon with the patrons, everything that he's been doing when he was smaller, but he's now much bigger than he was, and he's not as wild as he was anymore, but he still has his moments. Like, he still likes to jump on my back from the floor up. He jumps on my back like I'm a tree every single day. And it's almost so bad that I actually don't feel the pain anymore so much as I used to. But anyway, that was just a side note. Anyway, thank you, Mike. Yeah, Gizmo is my little baby. I usually put him over my shoulder and then he will just sit here and I'll just, pat him and rub him and cuddle him. And he'll just look at the world from my shoulder. And he still sucks on my fingers like a little baby cat, like a kitten, like he would suck on a teat. So he loves sucking on my fingers. He would just like bite my finger here and he'll just suck and suck and suck on it for no reason. So especially when he wants to go to sleep. So he's still a little baby. Sorry, I just want to rub my eyes a little. Okay. All right, so if you have only just recently joined, we are just having a little in advance Christmas video, Christmas live stream for you guys just before everyone goes to the Christmas tasks, and everyone spends their Christmas Eves and Christmas days with their loved ones and friends. So I'm just spending this time with you guys, reflecting on 2024, talking about what to expect for 2025, and sharing the gifts. My favorite is this one, the Bucky Beaver Santa Claus that Chris sent me. And yeah, just chatting and hanging out and catching up. So tell me, what were your highs and lows for 2024? What were things that you experienced in 2024 that you really enjoyed and that you really want to take with you through to 2025? And what on my channel did you enjoy a lot in 2024? What would you have liked to see differently, or what would you like me to change? And then also, what are your expectations for 2025 for my channel, for yourself? How would you go? How would you go into 2025 if you had a choice? What would you like to do, or what would you like to have different in 2025, if you can have that choice? So yeah, share with me, what do you think? Gizmo, and he's back again. Hello, Gizmo. Hello. He looks like a little bunny, but I do this with him, and he's now very naughty. He doesn't want to sit on my shoulder now, but he's a very naughty bunny. I actually call him Bunny Bunny now and then, so he's very much like a little bunny. Hops everywhere and jumps everywhere, and jumps on my back. He jumped on my husband's back the other day, and he had these 2 claw marks on his back. So that was funny, but not funny, but funny. Oh. Okay, so yeah, Putin and Jeremy is talking about Godzilla still. Mike, you sold your house, moved to an apartment, but I had to spend in a hospital with an infection on my right leg, so high and low complete. Wow, Mike, that is a lot of stuff that you had to deal with. Selling your house, moving, being in hospital. Sorry about the hospital. I hope that is better. I really do. Talking about that, we also had a high, but we also had strange highs and lows. So one of the highs, which is also a low, but not a bad low, we bought our house this year. So the high is that we bought the house. The low is that financially it's really tough. You're not ready for that kind of commitment before the time. You just can't be prepared for that. So the commitment financially is really sometimes stressful, but the fact that we've been able to buy the house is nice, because we know now there's stuff that we can do when we want to do it, when we can do it, when we have the ability to do it, and we are looking forward to things that we would like to change and that we would like to do. And we have a steady place, and our pets are happy, and everyone is happy. So that's a high, with its little lows. That's not to complain about. And yeah, the lows have just been work stress on my side. So most of it was work stress. I've had a lot of lows at work, a lot of moments that I felt that I just wanted to let everything go. But yeah, highs, the photography, there were good moments on the photography moments. The channel, I think itself, there were some nice moments with the channel. I think some of my most fun and favorite things that I did with the Gizmo videos that I had on Patreon. I can't remember if I shared any on YouTube, but the stuff with Gizmo when he was a little kitten, I enjoyed the little stupid dance thing that I did. I actually didn't try it further again. I didn't have time these last couple of weeks or months to really try and perfect that dance. But the dance challenge that I tried, that I put on Patreon, was fun. And there were some fun movies that I watched that I did enjoy surprisingly, such as The Tomorrow War and Prey, which I enjoyed. And what was the other one? I think Alien versus Predator. I enjoyed that in a sense. And yeah, there were some good moments on the channel, I think, at least for me. And I think I did some improvements on my videos. I hope I did. I think I did some improvements on how I react. I hope I did as well. If I have to look back to when I started and how amateurish I was when I just started the first time up till now, I think there was improvement, and I think there's improvement on the editing as well. So yeah, there were good things to look at, and there were some stressful moments. So, but Mike, thank you for sharing, and I do hope you're better, and I do hope that the apartment is nice and that you cozy up in there very quickly and you get settled down in there soon, and yeah, and that you can have a good Christmas time in the new apartment. I think it's a big thing to sell your house and move to a smaller place. So I will be thinking of you uh, about with the move and everything. So yeah, I hope you're getting better soon. Jeremy, you work in a factory. What kind of factory? Amazon. Jeremy, do you work in an Amazon factory? If you can just maybe explain a little bit more there. Putin's cat. Okay, you're talking about the nuclear power. Buying is better than renting sometimes. Okay, that's got to do with the house. I will never be able to buy again. The price has gone crazy. Yeah, I think renting is stressful in that sense that you're paying off someone else's mortgage and you don't have that security that you have a place that you can stay at that you can make your own. So in South Africa, people are really, they just, when they want to sell a house, they want to sell a house. And the person who rents the house doesn't really have much to go on. So if this owner sells his house and they want you out, they want you out. So for us, it was just a matter of that. We didn't want to have people invade our house, coming to look at our house all the time. And we wanted to have the security of knowing, if I want to change the paint, I want to change the paint. If I want to change this, I want to change this. So we were actually very fortunate to get the house at a good price, compared to what it should have gone for and what other people pay for houses here, because the house prices in South Africa is also quite crazy. So we were very fortunate, and there I also want to thank my good friend William, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of stuff wouldn't have been possible. So if he's joined, even if he hasn't joined, I hope he hears me thank him, because if it wasn't for him, we would definitely not have been able to do this purchase in a big way. So thank you, William. Mike, thank you so much. And I hope you as well. I hope you have a much better Christmas than the preceding days leading up to Christmas, being in hospital and everything, and having to go through all those ups and downs. So I do also hope that your 2025 brings you much more ups, greats, and much more things to look forward to. And whatever challenges we have to face in 2025, we'll face them. We are strong babies. So, anyway, Chris, oh, okay, that's wonderful. You got yours refinanced. That is wonderful news. Yes, I think that's also a blessing if you can get that, because it's not every time that you get into the market or you get the market at a good point or at good rates to be able to do refinancing or anything. So that's a wonderful news for you. I'm happy for you as well. Yeah, we just started, so we are new homeowners. So we are experiencing the highs and lows of owning a home for the first time. And I think most new homeowners can actually, relate to that. So you have your days that you have your days that you say, wow, this is my house. And then you have your days like, why did I do this? But it's fun. It's a fun journey. It's a fun experience. So yeah. Anyway, let me give you guys another peek at what Chris sent me. Besides the snacks I've already got, just want to see those I've already had before. And those are similar. I think that's everything. Today you sent us a lot of gummies again. So thank you for the gummies. Sorry, I have a cat here in my mouth now from Gizmo. You sent us a lot of gummies again. Thank you so much for the peach rings. And we've got these ones again that we had last time. And you sent us these, the bears. So we haven't tasted these, but I'm sure the taste of the hotness will be the same as the peach rings, similar to that. Thank you for those. And you sent us these again. Thank you so much. These are delicious. And then these ones are interesting. We tried, my husband and I had one yesterday. We tried it because we're not used to cinnamon sweets candy. It's very strange to us. For us, cinnamon, we associate with pancakes, and we associate it with an Afrikaans dessert that we call melk tart, which is milk tart. So that is what we associate cinnamon with. We don't associate it with mints or sweets or anything. But this was a very interesting taste. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It was not horrible at all. It was actually quite nice. So we like these. So these are our nice treats that you sent us, and we do appreciate it. And we love the Christmas treat cakes. I mentioned to you as well in my message. And the moon pies. Yummy, yum, 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 yum. And again, thank you for our Bucky's beaver nuggets. These are absolutely delicious. So we are enjoying all these treats, and we're going to share the moon pies with our in-laws on Christmas Eve. So we're looking forward to that. So Jeremy's asking if I like candy canes. Yes, I haven't had candy canes in many years. I think the last time I had them was as a child, as a teenager maybe. I honestly haven't had a candy cane in many, many years. I'm not sure when last I had one, but I did like them. They had a nice taste. It's very hard candy. So I'm not sure if it tastes the same in South Africa as it does to you guys. But yeah, I do like them. David, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you do well. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and thanks for visiting. Best wishes to you and your family as well, and we'll talk to you. We'll chat with you, and we'll send you a message and so on, and thanks for being here. Anyone else that has just arrived here, if you just arrived, we are just doing a little chat, catching up, reflecting, looking at what we think what we want to expect for 2025. And I shared some gifts that I received from Chris, and Bucky, our Santa Bucky, is here, even though he's not being held the whole time, but he's listening and he's watching. So take care, David, and we'll speak again soon. And God bless you. Okay, everyone is quite quiet, but I know it's a strange time for you guys, most of you. For us, it's getting late already. It's already past 9 p.m. in the evening. So it probably looks to you like I'm tired, because I am already tired. And for you guys, it's probably midday for most of you, just after midday, just after lunchtime. So yeah, I know it's a strange time to do this live. But for everyone that's here, welcome, and it's nice to have you. And please let me know, what were your highs and lows for 2024? What did you like on my channel? What did you see on my channel that you enjoyed? What was your favorite reaction for 2024 that I did? And yeah, what are your expectations for 2025? What do you want to see me reacting in 2025? I still have a lot of movies to go through. I still have a lot of movies to work through. So yes, there's still a lot of stuff that's still in the pipeline and still coming. But if there's anything specific that you are feeling that you want me to do, to have a look at for the channel, let me know. And what's your feeling? What's your expectation to go into 2025 with? What do you want to? How do you want to close off 2024, and how do you want to start 2025? If you want to share that with us as well, that would just be nice. So if I want to talk about some more of the things in 2024, I'm sorry, I'm going to have a look on my phone because I can't remember everything that happened, but I'm going to have a look on my phone on what I did in 2024 on the channel that I thought was quite funny or nice or fun. And some of the people on Patreon have had a few extra things, a few extra things that I did that I think was also fun. So if you want to head over to Patreon, if you do want to become a member on Patreon, this is a perfect time because I'm giving you guys 90% off your first month's membership and this offer is till the 31st of December. So if you are not a Patreon member and you want to go there, you are welcome. Go and have a look. There are some fun stuff. I don't think it's very expensive compared to other reactors Patrons. I know I don't provide 6 movies a week. I know I don't do that, but I think for what I provide, it's reasonable. So go and have a look and join if you want. There's lots of other fun little things that's not always reaction related. There's little challenges that I do or little reels that I put up and some other interesting stuff if you want to go and check it out. But what I did enjoy this year was the dance challenge that I tried. It's on by John, but I did the Gigi Agostino blah 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 dance challenge. I tried it once. I haven't had time again to practice the dance again, but I will try, and I will try to do it better, and then I'll put it up again. So you guys can go and check out what's happened there. And then on my channel on YouTube, what did I have on this year? 1 year ago, that was Prey. Prey was my favorite reaction. I really actually enjoyed that movie, but there were quite a lot of good movies that I enjoyed. Gran Turismo, for one, I did enjoy that movie. And I enjoyed Society of the Snow, even though that was a very, very, very heartbreaking movie. I think that was also one of the good movies this year that I watched. Not particularly 2024 movies, but it was a good movie that I watched. Another one that I watched that I know a lot of people didn't have a lot of interest in was Jurassic World Dominion, which I actually enjoyed. So what were your thoughts on that movie? I didn't put it on YouTube because there wasn't really a lot of interest in that movie for YouTube. So it's only on Patreon, but I actually enjoyed the movie. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once was a strange, crazy movie, but it was enjoyable. It had a lot of good moments, a lot of strange moments, a lot of moments that you were just like, what's going on here? But it was a fun movie, a good, enjoyable movie, a quality type of movie. Not everyone's cup of tea, I might add, because not everyone is really fond of such type of movies, but it was a good movie to watch. And then I also had Big Trouble in Little China, which I enjoyed. It was also a very strange movie, but from the 80s, I really love those movies. They have a different kind of aesthetic to them. And I still, even though the music or the scores are very similar in most of those movies, I just liked it in some way, even though for today, by today's standards, they are in some cases, I don't know, a little bit corny, but still good. So yeah, I enjoyed that one as well. And I watched Chappie, which was also strange, but it was fun to see things South African and that I could actually get the point of a lot of things that went on there, and I could understand a lot of things. I understand most movies, but the fact that they spoke a little Afrikaans in there, it always makes me very happy when I see a movie and there's a little bit of Afrikaans going in there. If they say something like Chappie said to the one guy, um, there was a lot of stuff he said. The one thing he said was, sis, sis, because he was saying he was led to believe that other people stole Ninja's cars and they made him get the cars back. But meantime, he was stealing the cars and he was cussing the guy out for being naughty, for taking daddy's car. And he said, sis, sis, sis. And that's an Afrikaans word like, shame on you for stealing daddy's car. So I like seeing that in movies when they refer to Afrikaans people or they say something in Afrikaans, and then normally it's something funny and it's something that we really like seeing and hearing. So it makes us feel like, wow, there's something Afrikaans in that movie that everyone else saw. So that makes it unique. But it was a strange movie, but it was fun to watch. Nicely toasted. Welcome, welcome. I see you are here. Welcome to the live. You liked the first Jurassic World, but didn't care for the other two. Nicely toasted. I actually liked all of them, to be honest, but the second one had me in tears. And I think a lot of people who saw the second one could agree with me on that particular scene. I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it yet, but if you have seen it, there was a scene with a Brachiosaurus. Was it a Brachiosaurus? One of those long necks. That was really heartbreaking. So that was the thing that I remember from the second Jurassic World that made it really heartbreaking. And in the second one, for me, Blue was just becoming your favorite dinosaur. So yeah, that's what. So they were okay for me. Most of the Jurassic World movies. Nicely toasted. Are there any South African movies you would like to recommend? So a lot of people have asked me this before. South African movies, in general, I don't watch so many. They are very scarce in my radar. Under my radar, I don't really watch a lot. But if I have to think of what I've seen or what I've heard of, I know people, this is a South African movie that's got a little bit more to do with faith. And the movie is called Faith Like Potatoes. So a lot of people have really talked well about this movie. I've never seen it myself. And then I know I have a subscriber, Martin, that really liked a movie called Pad na jou hart. So in English, I can't remember what it's called in English, but there is an English dubbed version of it or an English translated version of it. I will just have to look at what it's called. I just can't remember, but it was very much similar to The Final Gift. If you've ever seen The Final Gift, A Pad na jou hart is very similar to that, but a very nice story, love story, sweet story. And then obviously the people who haven't seen District 9, if you like sci-fi, that would be a good one to watch. Pad na jou hart in English. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone to try and get the English name of that movie. Pad na jou hart. I don't know what they called it in English. I can't find it. Sorry. I'm just trying to look for the name because there was a name for it, but I can't remember. And then what's the other movies? South African movies. can't think right now. A lot of the movies that I've seen are old movies, and the older South African movies weren't that good. The newer movies are better. A lot of the newer movies that people talk about is what? Oh, I'm a blank now. I have to actually call it up on screen or something to look for movies because I can't remember off the top of my head. I know in 1995 or so there was a movie with rugby. Sorry, I can't see what I'm typing here. South African movies. Come on, let me see. Nothing that looks like good movies there. No, I don't want to see that. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, in all honesty, a lot of these movies I've never seen yet. One that I've heard that Mr. Lebowski have also asked me to watch, I have it on my list, is Thunder. That is one movie that I do have on my list to add to my reactions. He's been asking me for a while for that one. Then the other movie that just came out just around 1995 Rugby World Cup was Cry the Beloved Country. I didn't see it. I think I was still 15 years old that time. So that wasn't really something that I was interested in watching because I'm not really big on rugby, even though South African is rugby. South Africa and rugby is equal to each other. But as girls, we're not that much into it, even though there are a lot of girls that are, a lot of ladies that are. But for me, as a teenager, that wasn't something that I was interested in. I'm not really much of a rugby sports fan. But for sports fans, that would be a good one to watch. The other movie, Invictus, with what's his name? Matt Damon. Everyone said that was a very good movie as well. And then, yes, District 9 I've mentioned. And then what is the other movie that's stupid? Another movie you'll hear about, but also it's a very old movie, so it wasn't a good quality movie. The Gods Must Be Crazy. Now, a lot of people talked about this movie a lot. If you're not Afrikaans, you won't really understand most of it. So you won't really understand the culture so much if you're not an Afrikaans or a South African person, because it's got to do a little bit of a certain culture that experiences a strange thing and they don't really understand what's happening. And the strange thing is someone flying over and a Coca-Cola can falls out the airplane and hits the one on the head, the one guy on the head or something. So it all unravels from there. So their culture, if you don't understand their culture, you're not really going to understand the movie. So it's not something you can just watch and think you're going to know what's going on if you don't understand it. And then the other movie that I watched that was good, that dealt with something South African, mostly with African things happening, was Blood Diamonds. So that was not strictly a South African movie, and it didn't deal with only South African stuff in particular. It dealt with stuff that's happening in Africa. But a very good, very intense, very upsetting movie, but very good. And then the rest I can't really talk about because I don't have enough information to really recommend them or tell you that it's good or not. So the best thing is just Google South African movies and give it a go. The ones that you think you might be interested in, and give them a go. An Afrikaans movie that I saw that I enjoyed was called Semi Sweet. That was just a rom-com type of thing. So that was a nice rom-com. And yeah, the rest what was the other one? There was another movie that I saw. Color. Sorry. South African. Can't really see what I'm typing here. While I'm waiting and looking up those things, Chris, thank you. Faith Like Potatoes is a good movie. Yeah, my husband has seen it. I have not yet seen it. I still want to see it, but it has been on my radar that I want to watch. Putinska, did you ever review Ben-Hur 1959? I never reviewed it. I've never reviewed it for the channel, but I've seen the movie as a teenager. Ben-Hur was one of the things that our English literature in high school dealt with briefly. One of the type of movies, because when I was in high school, we had a lot of our English literature was a lot of Shakespeare stuff and stuff like Ben-Hur and The King and I and things like that. So those movies during those years, we did tend to watch because it was stuff that we talked about a lot in our English literature classes. So yes, I've seen Ben-Hur many years ago. I can't remember much about it, but I remember it was a good movie. The same as with The King and I. The same as what was the other movie that I saw that was also very good for me, one of the older movies. I can't remember, but we saw Julius Caesar, and yeah, so those movies were good. Putin's Cat, you mentioning Gods was good, but it came out, but the time has passed, and I agree with you. Again, it's a very old movie for that time. If you understood that culture, if you understood what's really going on there, it was funny, I guess. Now, if I have to watch it, a movie that I do like though, and that's really heartbreaking as well, is Jock of the Bushveld. That's another South African movie that I will recommend. It is a very sad movie. It is a good movie for me, even to this day. I actually sat last year at some point. It was running on one of the streaming services, and I ended up sitting here watching it during midnight on my computer instead of on the TV. And I sat here crying, asking my husband, why do I do this to myself? But it was a good movie. Jock of the Bushveld, that's another movie. Putinska, Jock of the Bushveld. So it's, if you just go and Google Jock of the Bushveld, so it will be Jock of the Bush, you will get the rest. It's about a dog, so it's a really nice movie. It's a really good movie. It's a movie about a dog, so, and about the time when there was kind of, was it the, no, it wasn't during a war or anything, but it was just during a time with this specific guy that went through these things, and he had this dog. So it's about this dog and his relationship with his dog. Peter Scott, you've got it. Jock of the Bushveld, 1986. Yes. Jeremy, is it morning in there? No, it's late evening. It's past 10 p.m. around here right now. I would like to know what's the time there by you guys now, because I think it's midday around you there, or just after midday, I believe, I think. I was still wondering, still wanted to tell you guys of some other South African good movies, especially rom-com type movies, if there are any of you that like those type of movies. Strange stuff here that I have never heard of before. Excuse me, I'm just going to call my husband and ask him about a particular movie that I can't remember the name of, which was also nice. One that we enjoyed was Leading Lady, an Afrikaans rom-com, Leading Lady. That was a nice movie. And then I'm just going to call my husband for the other movies. The other one was Vir Altyd. It is in English forever. But in Afrikaans it would be Vir Altyd. So if you translate for forever, you'll get the name of the Afrikaans one. I wish I could type it here for you guys, but I can't. So if you, or I can actually type it here. Why did I think I couldn't? So the one Vir Altyd. That's the one movie. And then what was the other movie? Semi-Suit that I mentioned. Semi-Suit. That's the other one. And then I'm just going to ask my husband what's the other one, because I can't remember the other movies' names. And then the one I mentioned earlier, Pad na jou hart. Pad na jou hart. I say, that's the other one. Okay, that's just more love story, more romance type of drama, a little bit of comedy type of South African movies. Okay, so Jeremy, 3:10 p.m. Yeah, I thought it was around just after early afternoon. Chris, 3:10 p.m. and nicely toasted, 1:11 p.m. Okay, so it's all in the afternoon there by you guys. Yeah, it's way past my bedtime. 10 p.m. Yeah. It's interesting that we're talking to people that's got such a big difference in time. And you still have the whole day of the 20th of December ahead of you before you have your solstice on the 21st, which is happening tomorrow, and I'll be there before you. That's interesting. That's quite funny. Guys, I'm just going to quickly yell for my husband to give me a name of the other movie that I wanted to mention, if you will forgive me. My lief, wat is daai fliek? Daai Afrikaanse flieks van iets van Klein Karoo, né? Daai Afrikaanse flieks. Ja. Dit was Klein Karoo wat so oulik was, né? Ja. 1 en 2. Ja. Okay. Dankie. En daar was so 'n ander fliek wat ook funny was, wat daai ek kan net nie die fliek se naam onthou nie. Wat daai so in die swembad geval het en maar dalk was dit ook Klein Karoo. Ek kan nie onthou nie. Ja, dit was dieselfde. Okay. Ja, hulle was daar by die hotel of by die gastehuis. Ja, okay. Dit was die eerste een, okay. Dankie. Okay, the other movies. One and Karoo 2. So there you've got a few Afrikaans movies, suggestions. I think that are enough for now to give, to let you know. Yeah. just want to see here. Okay. So it's my pleasure for those recommendations. If you want to check it out, most of those movies have captions. If they're not translated or dubbed, they actually have English captions, all of those movies. So you can still watch them and, read the captions. Most of our Afrikaans movies have captions for those who need to understand the English or understand it. Yeah. So I just want to ask you guys again if you have any ideas that you want to share for 2025. What's your thoughts? What's your expectations for 2025? Let me know. And what did you enjoy in 2024? Those who just joined or those who newly joined to this stream tonight or this afternoon. This is so strange. The whole idea of being here in the evening and sweating and knowing that it's afternoon by most of you and it's freezing cold on your side of the world is still a very mind-boggling, weird, strange feeling to know and to make sense of. But let me know, what were your favorite moments of 2024 on my channel in your own lives? What are your expectations for 2025? What are you going to do over Christmas? What's your plans for Christmas, for this Christmas? And how are you going to go into 2025 with? What do you want to go into 2025 with? Oh, thank you, Putin Scott. I'm appreciating that you're saying this is your favorite moment. It is a nice moment. I really do enjoy this time. Sometimes I do get like brain fog and I get like really dumb. I don't know what to say or how to speak or how to say things, or I forget things a lot. It's especially when it's this time of the evening, I get tired and then I'm like completely blank in many cases. But it's really fun spending this time with you guys. It's really enjoyable. I really like having you guys here. Welcome, Red Edged Savage. Thank you so much for being here and joining. It's nice to see you here. We've already talked about so many things. I have to try and think about again what I talked about, but I welcomed Bucky Beaver Santa into my home. All thanks to Chris McGuire. He's here also listening and reading your comments. And we are talking about 2024. What was your ups and downs? What were your highs and lows? What did you enjoy from my channel in 2024? What's your expectations for 2025? And what do you want to see happen in 2025, even in your own lives, in your own situations, in your own circumstances? What do you want to see happen or change or whatever? If you want to share that with us. And a Merry Christmas to you as well, Red Edged Savage. I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful Christmas. I think we're all in need of a quality Christmas with loved ones, or quiet moments and time to just relax. And I think this year has been hard on a lot of us. Most people that I've been talking to, people that I've been in connection with, friends, family, colleagues, everyone has had a stressful year. And I think this Christmas we need to really just wind down and just relax and take things easy and just, breathe in those days and those moments. Nicely toasted. Thank you. The aliens reaction. Thank you. I am planning on watching the rest of the ones. I've already done Alien 3, which is already on Patreon. I've done Alien versus Predator. So I'm still working on catching up on the whole franchise. I'm just doing it, spacing it out a little, because to be quite honest, I like the Predator more than the Aliens. I just don't like the Aliens. But I like the Predator, and I just want to I just don't want to finish it all at once. So I'm spacing it out. I am definitely, I think the next one I'm going to be watching will be Predators. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly which one I put up that I'll be watching next. But next year, I'm definitely continuing with the franchise. I'm just taking this December to watch a few more light-hearted type of movies, less intense movies, because recently it was Aliens and Predators and the Tomorrow War and all those movies. So they were quite intense and stressful and and nerve-wracking. So for this, the rest of the month, the ones I'm watching are a little bit more light-hearted type of movies. But what's coming to YouTube, I think in January, I've got Alien versus Predator and Alien 3 coming, if I remember correctly, or February, around there to YouTube. They're already on Patreon, and the rest will come as I go along. So yeah, definitely gonna finish the franchise. Chris, oh, drive safely, please. And Merry Christmas to you. We will definitely wish you all a Merry Christmas again next week when it's official. But please drive safely. And it's nice that you're listening in on us. I'm so happy to have you around. And thank you so much for the wonderful snacks and snacky snacks and gifts and my wonderful Santa Claus and our wonderful mugs. I'm definitely going to use them in our winter during June and July when it's cold here. And then it's going to be nice for the hot chocolate and the Milo. Putin's got saying stock up on food and water in case it ends up here in the North Hemisphere. Okay, I'll do so. Red Edge, Fire in the Sky is a good UFO alien movie. I must be honest, I was never so much into the sci-fi type of movies, even though I grew up, my mom and my sister liked the sci-fi type movies and the alien movies. And for that reason, I was really I was overexposed, but during those years it was Star Trek and Star Wars and things like that, and what was the other stuff, X-Files and things like that. So it became annoying to me, these sci-fi movies and these alien movies. But recently, when I was introduced to Aliens and Predator, and it started to become interesting, some of them. I won't say I like them in particular, but it's fun watching them. It's really fun watching them. Like I mentioned earlier, the Tomorrow War was very intense, but funnily enough, I actually enjoyed the movie. I'm not sure if everyone would like the movie, but I actually did like the movie. But it was intense. It was nerve-wracking, to say the least. I said to most people, I kind of just forgot to breathe in a lot of scenes. So it's not something that I will put up on my favorite list, UFO alien movies. I mean, we've seen Independence Day. I've seen, what was all the other movies that I've seen? I've seen a lot of alien UFO sci-fi movies, but I never thought that I would really like them. And yeah, there are some that I actually like, so I'll definitely give it a go, the ones that come up. So yeah, Fire in the Sky sounds very familiar though, but I don't think I've ever seen it. I'm not sure, but it does sound familiar. Yes, Red Edge Savage is also asking Chris, be safe, drive safe. Thank you, Red Edge. And thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate that very much. Oh, sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. I had a long day at work and it's catching up now. And my cat is also providing a much warmer demeanor because he's cozying up here on the table. I don't think if I'm going to be able to show him to you guys. Waar is jy? Gizmo. I know, I'll have to take these thingies away. There's Gizmo. Can you see him there? He's there. He always cozies up on the desk next to me here by me when I'm busy working and when I'm busy on the videos and recording and everything. He just follows me like a puppy. He's a puppy cat. Anyway, nicely toasted. Have you seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Maybe many years ago. I think I did, but I can't remember much about it. I think I did. Many, many, many years ago, the same as with War of the Worlds. And what was that other thing, 9mm or 99mm? There was some strange, funny sci-fi movie that had something to do with a film or something. But yes, I think I saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind as a teenager, or I don't know, I can't remember. But I think it was something big during that time. So I'll probably have to rewatch it again to remember it. Putin's Cat, Once Upon a Time in the West. Never heard of it. Sounds interesting. If something starts with Once Upon a Time, it's already intriguing because it sounds like a fairy tale. And I like fairy tale movies, such as Princess Bride. So, yeah, that sounds quite interesting. It sounds like something that I might not have access to. That's the bad thing about, I think that's one of the bad things in South Africa since DVDs disappeared. A lot of the older movies disappeared as well. So we don't have a lot of access to many old, especially these 1950s, 1960s, 1970s movies, 1980s movies. There's a lot of movies that fell through the cracks since the streaming services took over. So we could have found there were a lot of them available when we had our DVD shops and DVD stores and DVD outlets. But when that disappeared, so did most of these other movies. Okay, so it's a Western. My husband would like that. He likes Western movies. He would really like it if he could find it, if we can find it. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan is fun. I must say, I'm not so fond of Star Trek anymore. We watched it with William Shatner, those ones, and my mom and my sister was crazy about it, and Spock was so. That was the most of Star Trek that I could take. So I'm not sure. I'm not really feeling like I'm ready for Star Trek, but maybe I'll give it a go at some point. The same with Star Wars. We watched the first 3 Star Wars, and I feel to this day that is it. I don't want to watch the rest of the Star Wars movies. Star Wars, the new movies, I don't know. What I remember from Star Wars, that is enough for me to feel that gave enough of the story. The rest of the movies that came afterwards, I don't know. I'm just not interested. So the same with Star Trek. I don't know. Peter Skak, Star Trek 1. Sorry, I was reading Kirk and Putin's cat together. I'm so sorry. Star Trek 1 through 6 also have Kirk and Spock. Yeah, as I said, I'm kind of overexposed to it, so I'm not really interested in the rest of them. I don't know, but maybe at some point I'll be interested again. I don't know, maybe if I run out of other ideas, other movies. At least there's still a lot of movies that I need to watch. For example, movies that I know were there, movies that we were aware of when I was a kid, but never really saw in full, such as the Rambo movies. We knew about it. I think we saw the first one as kids. I don't know. I can't remember. But the Rambo knife was something that all the boys had those years. So those type of movies, I still want to catch up on again. I still want to kind of go back and see them again because I can't really remember anything. If I've seen anything, it wasn't a lot. So I want to go back to those type of stuff. Lethal Weapon, for example, I saw the first one but the rest, I don't know. I can't remember if I ever saw the rest. Goonies, I've heard of Goonies, and it's a movie I should have seen, but I've never seen it. So those are the type of movies that I would like to go back to and catch up on. First Blood is a good movie. The rest are okay. Thank you, Pigeon Scat. I think First Blood is the first one, obviously. That's the one that got all the boys to want a Rambo knife with a little compass in. That's what I remember from Rambo's. But I definitely want to see it again because I know the general or the colonel that was in there was in Hot Shots Part 2, and I know something happened that he was kind of framed. That's something that I can remember. I can't remember exactly, but I really want to go and watch and refresh and see it again and see what it's all about. Red Edged, I'm the same. As far as Star Wars, I mainly like rather the first 1977 movie and the second one. And Red Edged, I must tell you, the Ewoks one, I think that was the third one, we also loved because Ewoks was also a cartoon. And we saw the cartoon Ewoks, and then we saw the movie Star Wars with Ewoks, and then we realized how they got together or how that had anything to do with each other. So I liked the one with the Ewoks a lot. So because I like the Ewoks cartoon. So that was, I think, the third one. But all three of them were the good movies. So those were the proper original, straight off of Steven Spielberg. Not Steven Spielberg. Now I'm going to embarrass myself if I'm trying to remember who created those movies. But the creator of Star Wars, the first three, those were just the original best things that happened. So yeah. Pigeon's Cat, 1973, 74, 3 and 4 Musketeers are great. Thanks. I have received from David Townsend, he's left already. I've received from him a Three Musketeers DVD. I can't remember which one, and I'm really looking forward to it because we know the Three Musketeers story, but all the Three Musketeers movies all these years have just been nice to watch. I really like those classic times, those times with the sword fighting. That is really just something romantic, or that I romanticize about. That is why I also like The Princess Bride and things. During those times, those time periods, that was just something different. And I think that's why I like those type of movies. So I think I might have that one. I'm not sure. Hi guys. Hello. Meow. Meow. Hello. Sorry, my one cat and I have meow conversations. So he meows at me and I meow at him. When he comes in, he meows, and then I meow back at him. So, and I have to meow at him, otherwise he keeps meowing. So. Oh. Red Edge, have you seen Jabberwocky 1979? I don't think so. It sounds like something that I was aware of, but it doesn't sound like something I've seen. So maybe that one I'll have to have a look at. Putin's got, I'll bet you he sent you the one with Charlie Sheen. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I will actually have to look. Let me just have a look. Give me a moment. Where is that one? He sent me this one. And this is the right one. Don't you think? So no, it's not the Charlie Sheen one. It's the one you were talking about. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to actually watch those. Red Edge, Harold and Maude. Very good serious comedy. Thank you for that one, Harold and Maude. I've had a suggestion before. I don't have access to that movie. It's not available in South Africa, and there's also no other way that I can find it in South Africa to actually watch it. Putin's Cut, yes, thank you. I haven't watched them yet. I do want to watch them. So, yes, I am saving them. Those are part of my long list that I still need to finish, but they are there. So, I'm really excited to watch them. Red Edge Jabberwocky is a good Monty Python type of comedy. Okay, wonderful. So that will be actually nice to watch. I will have a look at that. I will keep an eye out if I can find it. Monty Python, funnily enough, a couple of years back, someone mentioned, please watch the Monty Python, this and this, Life of Brain and all that. And I've just haven't yet gotten to them. I know of some scenes from some Monty Python movies, but I've never actually seen a Monty Python movie in full. And I do see on Amazon Prime, I think, there are quite a couple. Life of Brain, what's the others? I think there are 3 or 4 Monty Python movies. So I would like to actually watch those as well. And I have them on my list. So I'll definitely have a look at the Jabberwocky movie as well. And the movie 1941. Interesting. Something I also never heard of. Hey, Yella. Well, everyone, I think it's just been Putin's Cat and Red Edged Savage that's left. Although there are quite a few people still around. So if you have anything you want to talk about, please drop it in the comments and then we can add to that and talk about it. If you want to share with us your highs and lows of 2024, those of you who shared, thank you very much. If you have any favorite reactions from 2024 from my channel that you enjoyed, share that with me. If you have any expectation for 2025, let me know. What do you think? What is your 2025? What do you want to? What do you hope to see happen in 2025? What do you want to see me do in 2025 on my channel? So yeah, share that with me. Jeremy, what is your favorite fast food restaurant? I must be honest. It's either Steers or I don't know if you have this in the US, Ocean Basket. I like fish stuff, ocean food. So we have a restaurant, Ocean Basket, and that is like the most delicious fish fillets and calamari and things like that. So that's our favorite go-to place. But if I have to go with a place that sells burgers and fries and things like that, I like Steers. Steers have got nice, tasty stuff. I'm not sure if you're aware of Steers. If you have Steers in the US, actually, I must be very ignorant, not knowing what's where. So forgive me for that. But yes, Steers is a nice one. Another one that we also like, although it has deteriorated a little in quality the last couple of years, was Panarottis. That's a pizza and pasta restaurant. But if we have to think about fast food, burgers, fries, those type of things, yeah, definitely Steers for me. But fish, Ocean Basket, yum, yum, yum. Jeremy also likes fish and octopus. Jeremy, please watch my octopus teacher, then you will never want to eat octopus again. I'm very happy that calamari is not octopus because I was in a state of brokenness when I watched my octopus teacher. and I was angry because I ate calamari, and then I found out, okay, but calamari is squid and not octopus. So then I was happy again. So luckily, I've never had octopus, and I will never ever eat octopus just because of that movie. Um, it's a docu movie. So beautiful movie, heartbreaking. Yeah, just something extraordinary. If you can find it, please have a look at that. But in general, I do like fish, and I do like fish food, seafood, and things like that. Not all, but some. uh, the Lost of the Mohicans. Red Edge, your relative, is in that movie. Wow, that's wonderful. I think I've seen it also as a teenager. Um, I know it was a good movie, but I can't remember much of it. So I will definitely watch it again. I know my husband also enjoyed that movie. He said it was a good movie. Um, so, yeah, I definitely should go and watch that again because I remember it was a good movie. That Lost of the Mohicans, the original Geronimo, that was also a good movie. I remember we enjoyed that as well. Um, yeah, and what was the other movie? Okay, it's not exactly in the same genre or in the same type of thing, but Dances with Wolves. I think those movies came out round about the same time. Lost of the Mohicans and Dances with Wolves. Those were real good movies. So it was definitely some good movies those years. Um, yeah, no. Putin's cat, yeah, I'm not even going to try boiled octopus either. Thanks, Redditch Savage. Yeah, it's not too far because I remember Dances with Wolves had to do with uh, Kevin Costner's character during those years of the Indigenous. But I also can't remember much of the movie because all those movies I saw as a teenager, and it's very long ago. And I just remember I really enjoyed the movies, but I can't remember what happened in the movies. So, yeah. But I remember they were good. It was really good movies. I think my sister and I was also very fond of the Indian culture um, th- as it was displayed in those movies. So we we kind of always I don't want to say anything that's going to come across as disrespectful or anything, but we enjoyed playing when we played, pretending that we were Indians. So yeah, it was just something, when kids you do dress up or things like that. That was some of our favorite type of games to play, like cowboys and crooks, but we also the playing as if we are Indians and pretending that we were Indians and playing making fires and things like that. Even though we didn't make fires, we pretended to do all of that. So, and doing things as kids. So yeah, it was just some of the stuff that we enjoyed during those years. Um, that was, how can I say, inspired. We were inspired by those movies to really enjoy those type of cultures and try to relive or try to imagine what it was like and things like that. I know it was hard times. I know it was different times. I mean, for many cultures, for many ages, for many places, for many countries, they all have their own indigenous people and cultures that have had different times. But yeah, that was some of the stuff that we liked. We liked playing as if we were in the medieval times, and we liked playing as if we were in those living in those times, pretending we were there and doing things. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, kids should play. Kids should imagine, right? Kids should have that freedom to just enjoy and just not be serious about stuff. I think that's a big thing that we were privileged, all of us, during those years, that you could play and you could live out your imagination. And movies those years, really gave you the backdrop for that. It gave you the imagination you needed. It helped you to picture what you thought it would be like, or it helped you to give you an idea of what to play and how to live it out or whatever, and to live those little moments thinking, oh, I'm here or I'm there. So that's, I think, what kids should do. I think that's what kids miss these days, to be very honest. They don't have that imagination to try and live and play and imagine and role play and things like that at all. So, yeah, for us, I think it was really fun times. We had so much fun pretending and playing those type of games. Um, Yes, fantasy is good. It's all our collections, human identity, love. Exactly, precisely. Um, if you can't imagine it, and if you can't, live and create something like that in your mind as a child, uh, what kind of innovation do you bring as an adult? What kind of creativity do you bring as an adult? So it's necessary, right? And I must say that is why I like film and movies, because it's something that you can see creatively, that you can see someone else's mind, how it works a little bit. And yeah, it's just something how someone can envision something that you maybe also thought of but couldn't really put out or really see or really, imagine. And that is just why I like movies. Movies are fun, it's relaxing, even though we do get our intense movies, but it takes you away from all the seriousness. It brings you into those worlds of imagination, and that's what I like. I don't like movies that remind you too much of everything that you have to deal with every day, because that's something we live. I like movies that remind you of the beauty and the imagination out there and creativity and things like that. So that's what I think we need more, and that we have are glad. I'm glad that I have had the opportunity to see those movies as kids, and yeah, just enjoy them. So my friends, I think everyone has had a good afternoon. I don't want to keep you too long. I think a lot of you have things to do. Um, I think most people, had to go about their days, and the day is almost running to a close. On our side, it's late in the evening. It's almost it's around almost 10 to 11 p.m. I think we've spoken a lot. I don't know if there's any of you who still have things that you want to share, but it has quieted down. So I'm not going to waste your time unless there's some of you still want to share a few things. Then we can maybe talk a little more. But I think our um, conversations have quieted down a bit. I don't have anything more to share from my gift box because I've shared everything already. That's everything that I got. And yeah, I think I've shared everything that I've enjoyed in 2024 mostly, and the things that's been exciting, and the things that was working for me, and the things that I feel I improved on. So yeah, I think for 2025, I do hope I get some more time to record and edit, even though I don't want to put a promise on that it's going to change. I do want to change it, but with circumstances, obviously I can't really just change things around unless there's big other changes happening, and I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know what tomorrow holds. But for the time being, I'm going to continue as I do. I'm going to try to keep up with everything. And yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can get at some point where I can produce a bit more than I did this year, because I didn't put out a lot this year as much as I really wanted to. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try and see what I can do. But Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to movies that's on my list that's coming up. I really am excited to finish the Predator side of the franchise because I really like the Predator. I'm looking forward to all the other movies that I have on my list that I'm going to go to. There's a lot of people that ask me to do shows, TV show series, which at this point I still don't feel I really have the time for. Um, so shows is not really in the pipeline for me while I have my full day job and doing the photography and the channel. But if things change, if things do change and it does become possible, I will consider that. But for the time being, I'm still sticking to the movies and I will be watching whatever I can that will be interesting and fun that you guys can also enjoy. And yes, if I come across something that you guys even haven't asked me to watch that I think is really great, I will still share that with you because even if someone doesn't know about it, maybe that will, make someone aware of something that you didn't know of. So, and what's more fun than to share those experiences with each other? So, I'll definitely do that. And yeah, and the rest of the year, we just hope whatever challenges we get, we face them, we take it on, and yeah, we will have the strength. God will give us strength to fix it, or not to fix everything, but to handle everything. Many things are out of our control and we have to just deal with it, and that's how we will deal with it. So yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, I don't make promises I cannot keep. So I've always, when I even started with this channel, I said to everyone from the beginning, I'm not going to stick to a schedule. I'm not going to do this or that because I can't live up to those expectations. I do have other things that happen, and I'm glad that I have a community, you guys, that have an understanding for that. I'm not big on the YouTube field, but it's still, for me, it's fun. It's a hobby. You guys enjoy what I'm doing. I'm giving you what you enjoy. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and that's enough. That's enough. And when or if it ever becomes something bigger, then we deal with it when it comes. So until then, yeah, I'm keeping things as cool and calm and collected as I can. And I will not force myself or anyone to try and do more than they can. So at this stage, this is what I can do. And you guys are just a wonderful support in understanding. And I really do appreciate you. And that's what I want to say thanks to as well. You guys are, yeah, I can only say thank you. There is just a different kind of atmosphere with you guys. You guys are always just happy, and it's just really, I know everyone is having their things every day. Everyone deals with their things that they need to deal with. This, you need to work, you need to do this, you need to do that. But sharing with this community, I'm really enjoying this. We are here to lift each other up, and this is why I'm doing this, because it's bringing joy for myself and it's bringing joy to you. And as long as it brings joy and as long as you guys are having fun with it and I'm having fun with it, I don't care about the rest, to be very honest. So if it takes me 2 years or 3 years or 4 years to get to a level where I can do more in a week than what I do now, then let it be. Until then, we enjoy what we have and we enjoy the times we can spend on it and the effort that I can put into it, that I will put into it. So it's just, I just appreciate so much that I can have you guys, and you guys are understanding and you guys are just so supportive. It's really just a nice feeling. It's a nice experience, and yeah, there's not enough thanks that I can give. Thank you and bless you all, and I really hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. I think we are coming to an end of this stream, It's been a very lovely stream. It's been really lovely time spending time with you, and hope you all have just a wonderful, peaceful Christmas time, New Year's time, this whole period. Take time to relax, take time to breathe in fresh air, take time to just enjoy small things, because the year is a rush. The rat race that we're running is just way too fast these days. And yeah, we don't have time for precious and special moments, and that's what needs to matter now. So I want you guys to really take this year's time, this last few weeks, and just make it the most. If you sit on your porch and just have a nice cup of tea or coffee, that's enough. And I want you to enjoy those moments and relax, and have those of you who are with your families, with friends, with whatever loved ones, make the most of it, enjoy it, and be blessed, and have a wonderful Christmas time, and keep yourselves warm. I know you guys are having a very cold Christmas time, and I'm really thinking of you. Our cold is coming next year soon. So, yeah. But you must have a wonderful, blessed Christmas time, and have a great New Year time. Go into 2025 taking day by day. It doesn't help worrying about tomorrow, next week. You don't know what's going to happen the rest of this evening or this rest of this day. So take every day as it comes and enjoy it. And thank you for being here. And I hope you guys are going to have a peaceful, exciting year ahead, things to look forward to, things to, be ups again, and just, to forget about all the challenges. And if there are challenges, that you will be strong enough to deal with everything. And yeah, and together with that, we will share in all our happiness with all these movies that I'm excited about. And we will definitely see each other again next year with a live. I will probably not do it very quickly, very early in the year, because when the new year starts, people start going crazy. It's like it's only 2 weeks from now, but it's like, oh, that was last year. So no, let us all just take this time and rest. I think that's the biggest thing we need, is some rest. But rest well, be blessed, keep warm, and thanks for being here. And I wish you all the best for next year. And we will talk again soon, see each other soon. And in the meantime, I will be posting what I can post, and you can enjoy those movies and videos and reactions. And we will talk again in the new year. And I'm going to say good night, good afternoons to all of you, or most of you, and have a great day, everybody. I'm going to say good night, and I'm going to close this off. And I really enjoyed this. And have fun. Take care. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.